Hello students, this video is providing you a quick overview of the practical research activity that's due for this week. Again, all the instructions are actually in the assignment module in this document, but I'm just going to answer some common questions here. So just as a heads up, this activity, the purpose of it is to give you some level of hands-on experience in research. We talk a lot about what research is and how it's done, but you don't actually get to do research in this class. So we want you to have a little bit of simulated activity with what it might be like to collect quantitative data in a study. So for this activity, you're going to be watching 5 videos and collecting data as you watch those videos. And the data is going to be related to hand washing, hand hygiene, and patient identifiers. So you can see the things that you're going to look at while you watch these videos. And then you're going to be putting that information into the table here. And you can see an example of what that might look like for, an artificial video that we invented. So you'll see video 1, what you'll put for number of times the hands were washed, the length of time, the method of hand washing, and so on. You'll notice there's also an area for field notes, and this is really just to add some kind of context for what you're looking at. So maybe you have hands were not washed twice, and in your field notes you say, hands were not washed after soiling them during a dressing change. Or maybe the one time that they didn't use a patient identifier when they should have was upon entering the room. Or maybe hand washing was not visualized, but the participants stated that they washed their hands. So you're going to just provide some kind of context for what you noticed while you were connecting this data, 2 field notes per video. Okay, so this is where you're going to collect all that data. And then in terms of watching the videos, you will access them through this link. And you'll see that there is a password associated. It's 1234 to be able to access the videos. You're only supposed to watch 5 videos, but there's actually more than 5 videos here. And the reason for that is because there are multiple angles for different videos. So just make sure you look for the actual number on the table here. So here's, for example, video 1. You're going to find video 101919. Find that video and watch either camera A or camera B. Either one is fine, and take your information down. Now, if you decide halfway through camera A that you really don't like the angle and you want to watch camera B instead, that's totally fine, but it's not required. You just need to watch one of each video, one angle, camera A or camera B of each video. In addition to that, once you've finished completing all of this information, all this data collection, we want you to share some of your general impressions of this activity. What went well? What did you appreciate? What did you maybe not enjoy so much? This is giving us feedback for how this activity went, and maybe just some ideas of what you learned or what this activity meant to you. And then we also want you to provide an example research question. This is important to understand because you can only ask a research question about data that you have. So for example, if I had collected data on what term the student was in or student gender, I might ask a research question that says, were male students in term 5 more likely than female students in term 5 to wash their hands? So I can only ask questions about the data I've collected. So an example question that would not work for this data would be, how does hand washing affect hospital-acquired infections? Why can't I ask that? We don't have any data on hospital-acquired infections here. Again, you can only ask a research question about the data that you have just collected. So the idea for number 2 here is to ask a research question about prevalence or relationships with the data that you've collected in the videos. So I hope this is helpful, and we look forward to reviewing your assignments. Thank you.